friends. I'm gonna try to do a soft-spoken whisper for this video. I wanted to make an art video for you guys and show you guys how to make your own journal, sketchbooks, or whatever. So the first things you're gonna need in order to make the sketchbook is paper. So today I just choose to make it simple. So I just choose printer paper. And when I folded it 4 ways, I liked this size. I wanted to make it small because I think I want to make mine a dream journal to write down all my dreams from the night. My cat's about to jump. So I liked how this size was, so I attempted to cut the page in half so that when I folded it over, it could make this size. And it's okay not to be perfect, as usual. As you can see, I did not cut them the same size. But all that really matters is that you have a bunch that are the same size. See? So that just means that I get to make 2 different sized notebooks. So this notebook is going to be this size. A little bit longer. And this one's a little bit more accurate to the size I was trying to do. A little bit more square. So it's really just that simple. Just figuring out the correct size is probably the most difficult part, at least for this part. Just making sure that they're the same size. But I think I'm gonna make one with these size sheets. So basically, what you're gonna do is we're just gonna fold these in half. Okay? We're just folding these in half, and I'm gonna just go ahead and put that over. Oh, let me just quickly go through what I'm gonna be using. So you want your paper. Here's some needles and thread to sew the books together. And I go ahead and just use this felt crochet needle. You can find other objects to pierce. You can use scissors or an actual hole punch, but this is just what I use. Or a needle, but I just used this before and it works well. Okay, so I'm just gonna start by folding these in half and then bunching them in probably groups of 3. I'm allowing my cats to roam, so, and it's okay if they're not perfect because when you start stacking them up, the lengths are not gonna match. Okay, so this is a bundle of 3. I'm just gonna set that over to the side and I'm just gonna keep going. So my notebook's just gonna be, how many is that? 5 bundles. 5 bundles, 5 bundles. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna find the center point and then 2 even points next to it. And again, this does not have to be perfect. We're just trying to match it up on all of these. But if you accidentally sew them like this, totally fine. It's just gonna be a little bit silly, and that's totally okay. So I need to quickly go find, oh, right here. Okay. we're going to use this brown pastel. And I like starting with the center because it's easier for me to tell where stuff is. But again, it doesn't have to be perfect. So I'd say that's about center. So I'm going to about center right there. And then I'm going to do about an inch this way. And then about an inch this way. Make sure all of these got it. Okay. And so now what we're going to do is we're just going to take these bundles. Okay. And we're just going to poke holes where these dots are. Okay. It's simple as that. Simple as that. Now I believe this is my 3S. Okay. And again, like you can see, it's not going to be perfect, but we're just going to poke it. 1, 2. And I am doing this on the floor to make it easier to record, but I would usually do this on like a softer surface, like my bed. So now I'm gonna sew them all together. And I've just gone with white today because I don't know, I felt like it. Although you can choose whatever you want. And like if you get a whole bunch, you can use like twine or like ribbon. So it's not exclusive to just sewing strings. Okay. And it's fun to do colors. The last one I did red string. So let's see which needle I'm going to use. Okay, let's just thread this needle. Hopefully I can pick it up. I am not great at threading needles. My dad taught me to sew, and he's really good at sewing and stuff. Okay. So I just get going. I have no technique on this. You're just trying to bind it. And I'm just finding the holes I made. Let's see if I even... Let's go this way instead, because then I can see the holes better. Okay, I definitely made that hole on accident. Okay. And if you were to use like a... Oh no, did I do that? Okay. And if you were to use like a thicker string and stuff, you could probably do this without a needle. You could probably thread it with your fingers. So I'm So there's one bundle done. I need scissors. Okay. So basically, I would go in, and wherever it came out with, I would move to a different hole. Okay, so we're trying not to go back in through the same hole. And we're also not trying to wrap the string around the edges. We're trying to go in, and we're not trying to wrap around and go back in, okay? Once we go in, you flip, you pull, then you push. Flip, pull, push. No pull around, okay? Because we don't want the string around here. And just try to make sure you have each one connecting, like so. And then for stuff like this, that's gonna just be cut or Mod Podge down. See, and so now we have a little binded. And you can stop here if you just want something small, maybe to collect like stamps or stickers, or you want to make a little magazine. This would be perfect. But I'm just gonna go ahead and keep going on with my other bundles, and I'll be back, okay? Okay, I'm back. I've made my bundles. Some of them turned into 4, so we only have 4 left. I think I have 2 3s and 2 4s. And this one turned out a little crazy. It was the last one I did. So we're gonna actually use this one for our outer pages. Okay. Just because it's a little bit loose and the strings look crazy. So these will be our good inside foundations. Okay. So now this is what it's gonna look like, okay? I'm gonna find the center. These 3. And this is the trickiest part, is just trying to make sure that they all fit together. So what I'm basically gonna do is I'm gonna put my needle through the center of each one of these. I'm just gonna try to get them together. And then I'll probably pierce through that center and then do what we did for these on this. And we'll see if that works. I don't remember how I did it last time. I believe I just went ahead and had them like this. All like that. And then I found a larger piece of paper shaped more like this. Let me show you. So I believe last time I had a thicker sheet and I did something like this. So I did it to the extent of this, where I added a spine. Like this. But I think I'm gonna use one of my bundles for that instead of, so that I can then get a larger sheet to then glue all of these into to then cover, but I'll show you how that works later. Okay, so I'm gonna try to connect these and then sew it into this. Okay, I'll probably keep the camera rolling just while I figure it out. Okay, let me think how I'm gonna do this. Generally, I don't knot my strings, but I'm thinking I might, just to make this a little bit easier, to have them all kind of fit a little bit tighter together. So we're gonna go ahead and knot the end of my string. Let's see if I can do this. So I made a loop, but that might actually work better. Anyway, okay, dokie. So let's just start. I just want to confirm this is the one that I did. This is the loose one. Yeah, okay. So I think let's pick our center page. Our center page. I think I like this. This will be our center page right here. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to wait, is that the middle? No, that's not the middle. This is the middle. Interesting. Okay. Okay, that's fine. We'll just make this the middle. So I'm gonna start from the back. Okay. And the reason I decided to do this knot is so that it gets stuck right here and I don't have to try to hold on to the string. Okay. And so now we're gonna go with our second one. I'm realizing now that this is gonna be the back. But that's fine. They all look the same anyway. See, you can see what I was trying to do, but it didn't work. Okay, let's try this one more time. And to anyone saying, just use tape, I avoid tape at all costs. I've mentioned it before, but I really don't like stickers or tape. So that's just one of those triggers that I will never do or listen to. I've been made fun for it, but it's fine. Okay. You see what I was trying to go for, but I think I'm just gonna have to hold it. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold it. Maybe if I just stack them up, maybe I can get like a clean just right through the center. Let's see if I can. Well, no, because I don't want it to be clean through the center. I need them next to each other. Here, you know what? Let's do the outsides instead. I know I said middle, but let's do the outsides instead. Wait, let's go inside out. Okay, so we're inside. Close it. Okay, yes, I'm onto something now. Okay, then we close it. Then this one's gonna be next to it, so then we're gonna go outside in. And we're at the top, so outside in. I remember what I said, we don't go out, so we're gonna have to come through. Shit. Oh my god, do you see how twisted up that got? Okay. Oh my gosh, what is happening? I need you to get out from there. I need it works. I need it so much worse. Oh, yeah, that took forever. But it's together. I've done it. Is it perfect? No. But is anything? No. So, it is what it is. Look at that. It's like somewhere something went wrong. But you know what? That's okay. That's okay. I have a little bit of string and a broken needle, so let's see if I can do it. Okay, I think that fixed it. Just a little bit better. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to find a piece of cardboard or canvas paper or just like a stock card, and I'm just gonna glue this, just this page and this page, okay? And then I'll show you what to do to seal it, alright? Okay, so I was gonna use this for another journal, but I kind of messed up the size. As you can tell, it's not a very cute size for a journal. So I think I'm just gonna use this as my cover. Okay, super simple, y'all. So you can use any kind of glue you have. So I'm gonna try to get all these stringy bits, and we're gonna find the center, which is here. It's an unfortunate center of my book, but that's okay. And I'm gonna open it up, get all my stringy bits. Apologies for how bad this looks, but we're just gonna Mod Podge it. Just these outside pages. I've already put a seam in this, so we're just gonna match it up to it. And again, I want to try to keep these strings in it, and we're just gonna fold it into itself. There we go. Okay, make sure it's really in there. So you can see I have my pages connected. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna just cut it. And this is just starting to create the structure. This isn't the final of your book, but this just helps you start to personalize it. And we're just cutting along this edge. here's when you really can start deciding the shape of your book. Okay, do you want it to be rounded? I'm just going to just go. So now here's where it's up to you to keep going. So on my other ones, I would create a cardboard and you would glue this edge to the cardboard. You would fold the paper. So example, if we place this on a larger sheet like this, okay, you're going to want to fold these over like this. Like this, like this, like this. Okay? And you're going to glue that down. And then you're going to take another sheet of clean white paper, just an example, and you're going to place that right here, like this. Okay? And now you can see how you would create that clean edge of a notebook, like that. So I think I'm actually going to do that today. I think I want to put this in some fabric. So let's go ahead and do that. Alright, so this is a dress that I thrifted, and I ended up just making it into a tank top, but I really like this pattern. So maybe I'll just use this bit, to be honest. But yeah, I just use scraps. And the idea is going to be the same, but we're just going to make it a little bit bigger than the actual book. And it's going to be the same idea. Alright? Same idea. Same idea. We're going to Mod Podge just the first and last pages like this. Okay? But when we cut it out, we're going to cut it out a little bit bigger than this. This just a little bit cut out. So now what you're going to want to do is, how big are these? Okay, so they're about this size. It's about this big. I definitely did not cut that. Good enough. Okay. Okay. So I'm just gonna have these out, and we're gonna quickly go like this. We're gonna do the same thing, but just on the inside pages this time. The inside. Okay. And I forgot to snip it, but you're gonna want to snip these right here. Right there. And right here. Right at the, what's it called? Seam. And right here as well. Okay. And now you're gonna just start folding it. You're like, ugh, how ugly. That's why we saved these pages. Cause look, we have better lines. Oh, we have a better line. Looks a little bit cleaner. Okay, now we're gonna do the same thing to this side. Okay, so look at it. It's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it's a notebook, y'all. It's not the best one, but you can collage these or draw them. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Kisses, everyone. I hope this was helpful. And I hope you guys make a silly little notebook like me too. Okay, bye friends.